What it is, chat? What's up? Happiest of Mondays. Cheers. Um, Hello to everybody watching this on YouTube. When and wherever. If you do not know who I am, hi, I'm your host with the most, Bambi, aka Bambi X Bambi. And this is the Cozy Corner Podcast, a podcast about um, mm, I'm not gonna say a podcast about stuff that a lot of people don't talk about because it's some stuff that a lot of people are talking about, but they're also just stuff that is important to me. Um, Also, for those of y'all that might be new, do remember that I'm not a news analyst. I'm not a media personality. Um, I have no want, need, and or desire to be any of those things. um, I'm quite simply just a creative individual with a platform uh, to talk about all of his things, to talk about all of the things that are important to him, aka myself. Um, Also, shout out to my love Laney Love for the shout out and the follow after last weekend's raid. Um, it's an amazing individual right there, and she don't need me to tell her that is so. But I'm gonna do it anyway because that's just the kind of person that I am. Anywho, moving on to church announcements. Um, the Time Sand single is out right now. Uh, that's the link to the Spotify, and that's the link to the Spotify that's there in chat. Um, the Time Sand single is out right now, so if you have not heard it, uh, if this is your first time seeing me, yeah, I make music outside of this, so go listen to it, go support it, do the things. Yes. Um, that also being said, the Telekinesis single is in progress right now. Um, it should be coming out around 4th of July weekend. Um, and I already know a lot of y'all gonna ask, wait, but what about the the other little mixtape joint. Well, we moved the emo Church Boy Diaries mixtape to August. Um, Not for any like super specific reason other than I wanted to. That's really it, and that's all about. That's really it, and that's all as far as that's concerned. Um, and also, I know I said it last week, but I will say it again. Happy Pride Month to all of our beautiful all of our beautiful babies that are members of the LGBTQ plus community. Um, we love y'all, and we think that you guys are also individuals that are deserving of love as well. Uh, and also, I know this is on Monday. I know this is on a Monday, but because I'm not gonna see y'all on Sunday, happy Father's Day to all of the fathers um, out there. Um, and without getting super deep into it, I don't know what y'all's relationship is with y'all dads, and you don't have to tell me. Trust and believe. Um, I'm not one to pry when it comes to that situation, but if you do have somebody who is like a father figure in your life, um, show them love on Father's Day weekend as well. Um, so that's just my little cozy clubhouse salute to all of the fathers out there. Um, especially for me, I want to give a cozy clubhouse salute to not only my actual father, but also all of my spiritual fathers that I have out there. Um, Thank y'all for the wisdom and the knowledge and the continual love and support that y'all give me, because I would not be a quarter of the man that I am today without all of y'all, without all of y'all's support, wisdom, knowledge, and input on my life. And that's just a fact. That is just a simple fact. All that being said, let's get into the cozy corner of sports. Yes. Again, much love to our most valuable mod, Miss Lady J, who is probably somewhere lurking in the shadows right now. Um, she's our most valuable mod, and I said she's probably somewhere lurking in the shadows. But the reason why I bring her up, for those of you that might be new watching this, um, she is also the sports correspondent for the Cozy Clubhouse. So if you ever wind up stumbling into our Discord and you see the sports section there, that's the one who's posting all the news regarding all of the sports. Um, Majority of the time when she's not trying to talk shit on all of my favorite teams. Well, not all, just the one. And we love her yet and still. What was I saying? Oh, but yeah, so shout out to her as far as that's concerned. So, wide receiver of the Minnesota Vikings, Justin Jefferson, aka Big Jettas, signed a very very healthy contract this past weekend. I want to say, from what it looked like, and you know, really all I gotta say about that is the. It's not just for football, y'all. It's not just for football, but it's not just for football, but it's also for sport. It's not even just sports. It's also for just like people in it's in entertainment. It's in just like a lot of these different like spaces and places and areas of life um, that are even remotely connected to a level of entertainment. Um, we are reaching a new financial height that is going to allow a lot of us as um, and by us I'm specifically and pacifically talking to our fellow black and brown community representatives and individuals. um, we are literally entering into a place and space of where we literally have the opportunities to um, change the trajectory of our generational wealth forever. Um, if, and I say this only if you are just responsible with your finances and your all of your businesses in order. Um, because it's personally that thing for me of where Justin Jefferson definitely deserves this big contract that it deserves as far as just the way the young boy plays the game, right? But also that this speaks to the team that he has around him to make sure that he was able to go out and get uh, said residuals that he is so deserving of. Because again, if you don't have the right people in place that don't have your best interest in place, um, I mean, shoot, y'all. Name an athlete, name a rapper, name a movie star, name a anything. Um, and I'm sure we all have one particular person that, like, you know what I mean, that we have come to hear a horror story about. Um, here's some things that here's some tough things that has happened with them. Uh, Case in point, I can think of an individual, Delonte West. I know a lot of y'all under the age of like 20, six are like, who? Yeah, go look him up. Another person, Booby Gibson. Uh, for a lot of us who are within the culture, Keisha Cole's ex-husband. Yeah, he's not doing so well as far as finances are concerned. Um, but just saying all that to say, to really to just employ our younger black and brown individuals coming up, where I understand that you want to have the nice things, you want the big house, the fancy car, um, the drippy little jewelry. Um, I get that. I get that. I totally get that, and I understand that. But also, um, with that, just make sure that you are absolutely just making sure that you are telling your money where it's going and not asking where it's been. It's the best advice I can give to you because that's the best advice that's been given to me. Um, especially because of the fact, especially with considering the fact that I've had to have a lot of those conversations um, with a lot of my mentors when I told them that I was thinking about doing something like this in this capacity of like um, in all honesty, just like expanding my portfolio as an entertainer, um, and opening up the opportunity for more streams of income than just touring and music. Um, don't get it twisted. I love doing those things, um, and I could literally not ever see myself doing anything else other than those things that I named. But also, um, folks do have to understand that this is an entertainment business. Um, and it's that business half that a lot of us kind of tend to either not focus on or forget about. Um, just, all of that being said, that's just my long drawn out way of saying congratulations to Justin Jefferson uh, for that big contract. Um, and even though you're in a Vikings jersey, I can't wait to see what you're going to do on the field this year. um, you know, personally think you would look a little bit better in either a Colts jersey or a Saints jersey, but that's just me. But moving onward, um, moving on, I'm gonna actually switch these two. Moving onward, we got to talk about the Team USA. The basketball rosters have been selected. Well, we've already known who the key guys for the men's team were going to be. I mean, we kind of we knew that like what a year ago. As far as for the NBA, well, I knew about a year ago because of or at least earlier this season, I kind of was hearing them have those discussions along 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 the lines of yeah along the lines of along the lines of at least the people that said they wanted to do it. You know what I mean? That's more so what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? Along the lines of at least on the men's side, that the people said that they wanted to play. Um, but more specifically, the women's team USA roster has been announced, and everybody's favorite and or least favorite um, sports analyst in the game, um, Stephen A. Smith. He's had himself a pretty interesting 2 weeks. Just on a random side note, because he had that thing between him and Monica McNutt where she was on his bumper, and now he comes out with this and makes the statement saying that the Team USA women's team made a terrible decision uh, in not picking Caitlin Clark to be on the roster. Um, so y'all know me. Before I start to cooking somebody, I gotta go do my research a little bit, and I don't know if Stephen A knows this or not, but Caitlin Clark didn't even try out for the women's USA team. Now, granted, in a lot of instances, like a lot of the women don't like really like have to. Not even women. Sometimes even the dudes don't like really like have to like try out for real. Sometimes they'll just like select people and bring somebody that they really really like. But in this instance, yeah, like Caitlyn didn't try out, so that's the thing. Um, and two, like we just I don't know why we have to keep having these conversations about it. Um, this is Caitlin Clark's rookie season. Um, and she's not having the best rookie season at the moment. So that being said, uh, respectfully with love, at least to all of the men in the media space, um, stop keep trying to get these folks to give this girl special treatment because of the fact that she was one of the most popular college athletes that we've seen in recent history, and you know what I mean. And also because of the fact that you know what I mean, she was the number one draft pick this year. Like, okay, so Shorty still got to go out there and put ball in hoop, and she still like, you know what I mean. She still has to go out there and show and prove that she's deserving of everything that y'all that you individuals think should just be handed to her because I didn't even realize that. That's hilarious. They just woke up the beast. I totally agree. It definitely should have. I mean, why did it take for them to? Why did it take for you to not make the USA team? To okay, whatever. Um, this is why I said what I said. Why I've been saying what I've been saying about the Indiana Fever. Um, it's, if Aaliyah Boston is not y'all, if Aaliyah Boston does not become the girl that y'all start building around, um, and I'm talking about sometime soonish, stuff's gonna get weird. Stuff is going to get weird. I mean, kind of already has though, has it not? But I'm remiss. Uh, so yeah, I mean, okay, well maybe this sense of something not being handed to you will be the kick in the nuts that you need um, to get yourself going and really put it together. Um, but it's also that thing of where again I've said just given her performance up to this point of why I've said Angel Reese is my favorite for Rookie of the Year. Um, as far as the WNBA as a whole is concerned, Asia Wilson is proven time and time again that she right now is the best. She's showing and proving right now that she is the best player in the WNBA, and y'all are gonna have to contend with that for a really long time. um, because Shorty just keeps getting better, and that's the part that's like scary. She keeps getting better um, every single year, or as Cardi B would say, she keeps getting betterer and betterer. Every that wasn't a shot to Cardi B. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, that was not a shot to Cardi B at all. But just, you know, so yeah, quite. I don't know why it took this for you to step your game up, but I mean, I would love to see it either way. Um, because I know I just adopted the the, the state of Indiana sports teams, but still, I don't. I don't have the patience to watch mediocrity. You said they're playing right now. I'll let you know if it worked. God, I hope so, for her sake. Just because I know that's gonna look like if she continues to come out playing the same exact way after making a statement like that. Um, I just know how you internet niggas are gonna internet. Looking at all of you custers in the back. Down 12 and she's got 5 so far. Well, you know. Moving on to the NBA Finals. Know if y'all have been watching or not, but the Boston Celtics are up 2-0 in the series right now. The next game will be on Wednesday. Game 3 will be on Wednesday in Dallas. Through the first 2 games, all I can say right now is this was kind of the as far as let me just start with the Boston Celtics first because they are in the lead. Yeah, because they are in the league and they are yeah, they are in the lead and they are and they were the they were hosting the first 2 games. So what I can say as far as the team overall has been playing excellently. They've been playing very, very well all season long, and the playoffs have been no exception for them. But right now, specifically, we got to talk about their star players, which are Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. More specifically, Jason Tatum looks like a completely different person right now in this series. I'm just gonna keep it 100 stack. I don't think that Dallas can keep up with that if he continues to play on this pace. And he continues to just go out there and show his ass and continue to put ball in hoop the way that he has been to this point. Yeah, it's gonna be it's going to be it's going to be a very, very quick series for the Dallas Mavericks, if that is the case. Also on Dallas's end, I don't know. It just maybe our boys ran out of steam. Maybe that's what it is. Well, maybe going back home could turn some things back around for y'all, but right now it looks like y'all have just made it to that point and y'all have just ran out of gas. Yeah, you know. I know a lot of media people, mostly all the black media personalities, have been blaming Kyrie Irving for not stepping up in this series. Like they think he really would, should, and or could to this point. Um, I don't blame that. Uh, because it's definitely said it before and I'll say it again, especially as far as like Jalen Brown is concerned, he's uh showing why Boston spent all that money on him uh this past off season, I believe. Um Kristaps Porzingis has been showing why he's such a great fit right now with this team. Uh you know what I mean? Derek White, Drew Holiday, um Peyton Pritchard's even been stepping up, so that's been something interesting to see. Um so it's just a lot more factors here in play for yours truly than to just be like, oh yeah, Kyrie ain't out there balling, that's why they losing. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Luka Doncic is still out there and he's not playing the best. Um, but what y'all gonna be like? Oh, what's his first finals? So we didn't expect. Okay, sure, bet, bet. Find that kind of weird. Um, I find that kind of weird considering the fact that Luka Doncic is the star of that team. Um, and I get it because I get where y'all are coming from because of the fact considering that out of the two stars that Kyrie Irving is the one that has been there before. So like he shouldn't be I guess in y'all's eyes stinking it up the way that he is. Again, you're going up against a really really good, nay, great Boston Celtic ball club right now. Um that is laser focused and locked in. So, you know, there's that. There is that. Briefly touching on the mock draft, I know I've said it in one of the other recent episodes of the podcast. They're still, uh, again, because of who his father is, they are still um, really, really hype on Bronny James right now. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't, based on like the whole draft process, I don't really know what he could be showing you right now at this point that would be having you so excited. Um, but it's also that thing of where um, it's also that thing where we got to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like you media people are so hype on Sir Bronny James, but he is actively on the daily, like kind of like slipping in this mock draft, like as opposed to like where he should slash probably could land. Um, I don't know. I don't know. For me, it's just a little. Mm. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna take a little. It's just gonna take a little bit more um, than him being LeBron James's son for me to be like excited about. For me to be excited about him. Uh, it's gonna take a lot of these young guys coming out of this draft class. Then you know what I mean. Than them just being. Uh, it's gonna take a lot more. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot more for me. I'm not. I'm not the. I'm not gonna say anything too negative, but it's just I'm not. As far as right now, I'm just not really like excited with what I'm looking at with this draft class. To be honest, um, and yeah, that's just that on that. Moving forward to some to our convo corner segment. Uh, for all of my iPhone users out there, let me know in the comments, or if you talk, if you want to talk to me on Twitter. I mean, I get back to you when I get back to you. But let me know how y'all are feeling about um, the latest iMessage update. And for those of y'all that are not iPhone users and are like, "What are you talking about? New update?" Uh, Apple finally allowed the send later feature to be added to their text to their iMessage or like text message kind of feature, and I don't really know how to feel for real, if I could be honest. Um, because my whole thought process on it is just like, okay, well, I mean, like, what took you so long? Um, a lot of the Android phones have been had that feature. Um, it's just that thing for me of where as much as as much as I dunk on Apple and much as I like as much as as much as I threaten Apple to come outside to the bike and so we can engage in the good old fisticuffs. Um, Personally speaking, for me, Apple products are just easier to use. Um, and I know a lot for a lot of people, they're gonna be like, even their yes, for me, even their PCs. I'm sorry, it's just an easier thing for me. I don't know what to tell you in that regard. Um, I get it. I understand PC supremacy and all of that. All of that jazzy McJazz, but yeah, no, that's just for me. That's just what it is. For me, that's just what it is for real. Um, for me, that's just what it is. So, as far as this new iMessage thing, it's kind of just like really just like, well, what took you so long type shit for me, and so that's just the only reason why I brought it up. Uh, Yeah, that's really the only reason why I brought it up for real, to be honest. All right. Not to piss off a certain fan base because I don't care. So for those of y'all that have a life and didn't realize that this was going on, uh, Miss Nicki Minaj has been on tour, and I believe she's just wrapped up her I think she did like a weekend in Paris or something like that. Something like that. She did a couple of shows in Paris over the weekend, and all the shows were sold out. And the reason why I bring this up is because somebody in one of the threads of one of the posts on Twitter was kind of just asking the same kind of conversation, was asking the same kind of question that I was asking, in the sense of why why are why are we just everything that's going on with her as an individual. Why are y'all still going to see her? Um, nah, I get it. For some of y'all individuals still listen to Robert Kelly's music, so I can't. Um, I can't sit there and knock y'all. I'm not going, and I'm really not wanting to be like the morality police or anything like that, because it's lame as hell. So that's really not my style. Um, if I could be so for real and so honest about it, that's just really not my style. Like, man, and I'm not the morality police, so I'm not going. Um, you know, yeah, I'm not gonna dunk on y'all too hard about that. But it's just for me. Um, I mean, unless she's going on tour doing all of her older music, like really and truly for real, like what are we? You know what I mean? Like what are we going to see? Um, Cause it's like cool. You had a couple of joints on there. Um, like, you know what I mean? You had a couple of joints off of this most recent album that was I was doing some things because of TikTok, but like other than that, like what are we really? Um, and again, I'm just in a different like space and place with like the kind of like hip hop that I want to listen. Like, you know what I mean? That I not only want to make, but like the kind of like not even just hip hop, but the kind of music that I like. Not even just like I'm in a different space and place with the kind of music that I want to make, but I'm also just in a different like kind of like space. Like I'm just in a different space and place with the kind of like music that I want to listen to. So it's just like I don't know. Just as far as this young lady, as far as Miss Onika is concerned, I'm like really not. I don't know. No, I don't know. As far as her as a person, I don't really know. As far as her as an artist, I'm not. I really haven't been that enthused. Um, so to all of the barbs out there, if that makes you feel away or makes you like upset, then I don't know. Not I don't know. You know, cool, whatever. I don't really. I don't really. It's kind of like whatever for me at this point. Um, it's gonna be. It's just gonna have to be a little bit more. It's just gonna have to be a little bit more for me out of Miss Nikki. Uh, maybe I just need a little bit more growth. Who knows for real? Well, yeah. Also, now switching gears because I'm honestly personally I'm off Miss Onika Mirage to be so for real with you. I've been off of her since that Bigfoot diss. So like it is what it is. Meg Thee Stallion had a show this past weekend, and she was performing. Um, she's she's performing her track Cobra, and there's a clip that's floating that's just flowing around rap Twitter of her having a really really an emotional moment while performing the record. And, usually I'm not this kind of person because I don't really like care about like negative comments like that too much. Um, like I promise you I don't, because it's really like yeah. I just promise you I don't. it's more pressing stuff to worry about in that regard. And but there was this one commenter that I guess a lot of us couldn't ignore. Um, I'm not even gonna repeat what this individual said, um, but it was just a really really emotionally insensitive remark. And as far as that, like based off of this person's response, I just know that they're the kind of person that more than likely just says stuff and doesn't really like do any homework for real. Um, because for those of you guys that aren't familiar with that track Cobra by Megan Thee Stallion, she divulges a lot of very very vulnerable stuff in that record. Um, I know it's kind of like hard to really get past a lot of that because of the fact that just for the fact that in the record uh, or in the with the video to that record, it's you know what I mean. I'm not gonna say it's a typical Megan Thee Stallion video, but it's in the same vein of a style of Megan Thee Stallion video that you would watch. Um, but as far as the conversation that she was having with us, the listeners, um, as far as the lyrics in that record are concerned, um, it's a pretty it's a pretty seriously emotional record. You dig what I'm saying? So like, um, and again, that really just like that just to me like really really does just speak to the fact that like y'all really do just like think we're robots for real. Um, not y'all here in chat, but like you internet niggas think that like us internet or us entertainers are literally just um robots to y'all. Like we really just supposed to like should nothing like really affect us because of the fact that like, you know what I mean. In y'all eyes, this is what we signed up for, and like you know what I mean. Like oh, we should expect this kind of stuff to happen, and blah blah blah. Nah, bro. We still live lives. Um, we still live lives. We still go through things. Um, there are still like um, personal and like super vulnerable. Like you know what I mean. There are moments of where like we have highs and lows just like you. We fall in love, we get heartbroken, like all of that stuff happens to us too, you know. Um, but you would just never believe it because y'all are the kind of individuals that really, in all honesty and truthfully, just jealous because of the fact that, for lack of a better word, like we get to make money doing what it is that we love to do, and we get to turn our gifts and our talents into a business, and y'all like y'all hate that for real. Um, which is not gonna say which is fine, but it really is like it really is whatever. To be like just painfully and abundantly like clear and honest with you. Um, so it is what it is as far as that's concerned. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna just say all of that to say shout out to Meg. I hope that you're doing. I know you're on tour right now and you're having yourself a lot of fun. Uh, doing the things, but I really do just hope that you're doing okay. Um, I mean, it's just that thing for me where it just like I feel like not enough people. I'm not even just gonna say men. I just feel like not enough people are in telling you that kind of stuff. Um, I mean, I will hope your inner circle is, but you know what I mean. I can't. Never mind. I just hope you're doing really, really well. Um, and I just hope amongst all of this this traveling and running around that you're doing for this tour, I hope you find some time to kind of like take some time to like really just chill out, relax, and do what it is that you want to do um, to help take care of yourself. Um, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, forgive me, y'all. That just really just. Um, moving onward. So, at this point, y'all that have been following this and are aware of what's been going on as far as this case regarding Young Thug is concerned. Um, so I shouldn't have to like do a whole like rundown of that. Um, and if you are not clear, there are videos out there on it. I'm very sure. Um, there has been some updates, and we just need to talk about these updates though. Um, In a recent court appearance for in a recent court appearance for our guy Young Thug, he has his lawyer has brought it to the attention to the state's attention that some judges and some attorneys and some other officials of the state have kind of been threatening and coercing um, individuals to tell um, to make certain statements as far as this case is concerned. Um, Essentially, what I'm saying is that there has been some corruption going on as far as this case is concerned that has been brought to now the forefront. Uh, the reason of why this is so important for all of you individuals that want to swear up and down that the American justice system is just so great and so pure and um, so magnificent and all of these other things. And like you know what I mean, and that there's no flaws. There are like no flaws in the justice system whatsoever. Um, Let this situation yet and still be another one of those instances in where you yet again get proven wrong. Um, because in all honesty, the thing for me that I now ask is like, what did you gain from what did you gain from this? What did it help you? Anything? What did it help you? Um, yeah, what did it help you any? Um, yeah, what did it help you any? Um, and Yeah, if it hasn't been clear before, it should be even clearer now that I've always been on the side of. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that people should be allowed to go out and commit crimes and things of that nature. That's not what I'm saying. But what I definitely am saying is that um, accusing Thugger of a lot of the stuff that he's being accused of in these instances um, just really don't align with the sides of his personality that I've seen. Um, so for that, I'm saying that. So for those reasons alone is why I'm saying that Thug should be free. Um, I'm not gonna sit here and say like I don't really believe that you know what I mean, that Thugger ain't never hurt nobody, but like, you know, um, let that man be like, you know what I mean. Let that man be free. Let that man live. Let him be great. Um, let him make it. Um, let him do what it is that he needs to do and what he's been doing, which is making really really dope music and changing the trajectory of his family's generational wealth forever. Um, so that's where I, as a man, stand on that situation and scenario. Um, folks may not like it. Folks might have a different stance on that on that on that situation. Um, on the entire situation, and that's fine. We can just feel free to disagree. Um, it's the it's just the thing that I believe the internet culture as a whole has kind of all forgotten about. To be honest, like to me, I'll forget that like that's a thing. Uh, Again, not y'all chat, but like other people really really do forget that. Yeah, like everybody's not gonna agree with you. Everybody's not gonna think how you think, rock how you rock, move how you move. You know what I mean? So that's just that as far as this situation is concerned. Okay. Again, trigger warning for those that for this next subject. If this is a topic that makes you uncomfortable, um, feel free to either skip ahead or you know what I mean. Uh, Exit off of this video and wait to see what clips we make from this pod after the fact. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys in the cozy clubhouse are not familiar with this individual. Um, I only know his name because of the fact that he has. I only know of him. I only know of this individual because he's made an appearance on a Kai Cenat stream. Um, and kind of conducting himself in a manner that I found to be just a tad bit strange, to say the least. Um, is the streamer Ty Lo. Um, Again, I know a lot of people in the Cozy Clubhouse are like, who? Um, for those of y'all that aren't familiar with Ty Lo, he's a streamer. Um, he kind of makes the same kind of similar style of content, like Kai and Dishay Frost and all of those guys. Um, and the same kind of like semi like brain rot level. Did I say it? Yeah, it's the same kind of like brain rot level content. Um, no diss, no tea, no shade. It's just that's just how I feel about the style of content that it is that they make. Um, but saying all that to say, Ty Lo had actor and entertainer, actor and entertainer Michael Rainey Jr. on his stream. Um, I don't remember what his most popular movie is, but you guys have seen him on the silver screen before, in a couple in probably in a couple of different movies. Um, I believe the last movie that I seen Michael Rainey Jr. in, it was a comedy. I don't remember the name of it, but he had a really excellent performance in that. And yeah, so he was sitting there talking, goofing off, having a good time. You know what I mean? And Tylo's younger sister um kind of came in the room and began to engage in some very inappropriate touching with on Mr. Mr. On Michael Rainey Jr. It's a nice way of saying it, but to be completely candid, she grabbed it. She grabbed his Johnson uh, on stream, and yeah, the clips of it are floating around Twitter right now as we speak. Um, First of all, you can see instantly when it happens, he's not comfortable. He's not with it. Um, if you see it from the multiple different like angles and stuff, like there's people in chat. There's people in chat that are like, um, that are really like calling Ty. That are really like calling Ty out and just like, bro. So you just gonna let that happen live, like in front of all of us? Like you just gonna let that happen and act like that didn't just happen? Um, so yeah, that they were cooking him for that, as they should have been, to be honest. Um, a well deserved cooking, if I do say so myself. Um, yeah, a well deserved. Um, well deserved to be fried. And then it's that thing of where I don't know why this is creating like this weird conversation and discourse on the internet, but we need to obviously we need to talk about it again. Um, it does not matter if you are a male or a female conducting yourself with this kind of activity. Uh, someone says whoa or no or stop, uh, that's what that means. That's what that means. Like no means no, stop means stop, don't means don't. I really don't understand why that's such a what's the word I want to say. I don't understand why that's such a hard to grasp concept to grasp. Um, because like that's just not cool. Um, it's not cool. It's not cool. I'm not with it. Um, I'm not with it. I don't find that kind of stuff to be funny. Um, and again, I know a lot of y'all niggas gonna be like, "Ain't you the same nigga that like makes the kind of again?" I don't know how many different millions of ways I have to explain this, but for all of you goofballs that continue to try to be like, "Oh, it's funny how he talks about how he's not with that," but then talks about what he talks about in his music. First of all, um, in my I don't know if you really listen to my music for real, but in any of my music for real, I don't say anything like remotely close to anything that even resembles anything that might even slightly resemble any kind of like SA related activity. Um, so there's that one. Uh, two, for the 3,000th time, a lot of the stuff that I be talking about stuff that has happened when I was in a relationship with someone. I know that's a pretty no, that's a pretty somewhat foreign concept to a lot of y'all, but yeah, it's a relationship thing for a lot of what it is that I be talking about in my music. And not just any kind of relationship, serious committed relationships on top of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I make music for people that know and have intentions to be with their person for a long time. Long time. Not just a good time, not just a couple of years and then I'm outie, but you know what I mean? I make music for people that intend to be with their people um, for damn near forever if they can help it. Now, again, situations arise and arguments happen, and you know what I mean. Like stuff happens. Um, like, you know what I mean? Stuff happens in a lot of these relationships. Um, but yeah, we not gonna compare uh, the kind of activity that went on this young man's platform to the kind of stuff that I talk about. To the kind of stuff that I talk about, to the type of things that I promote, um, and all of these other things. And y'all niggas can go on Twitter and do the things and talk about, oh, a little self righteous and a little blah 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 blah. Suck it, I don't care, because that's not what it is. First of all, I'm just a completely honest person. Um, I ain't always done it the right way. Um, yeah, I haven't always done it the right way. I haven't always I haven't always done it the right way. I haven't always done the right thing in certain instances. Um, but one thing you not gonna never do is sit here and play me on something like that. Sit here and play me and try to um, compare the conversations that I have in my music to the goofy brain rot level shit that these niggas are doing. It's what you're not gonna do ever in life. Um, and I said what I said as far as that's concerned. Let's get into it. Let's kind of lighten the mood back up a little bit because we're gonna as we move into the kind of the closing talks or the let's have some real dialogue for a second because I don't know if y'all are familiar with, like, you know what I mean, like just my style of content in general. Like as far as this podcast is concerned, this is a conversation. I'm a conversationalist. I don't know if you come to gather that by now or not. Um, but I like to have like really real conversations. This is my type of stuff. So first of all, on the like the super lightest note possible, if you have not, if you did not catch the EA game release, the Ubisoft Forward, or the Summer Game Fest, I thoroughly implore you to go check those things out. Because as far as gaming is concerned, uh, 2024, 2025 is you know what I mean? It's up there for the level of gaming that we you know what I mean? Gaming is in a good space. Um, this year, like, you know what I mean? For the next coming, you know what I mean? Definitely for the next coming 2 years, we have some really great games um, getting ready to drop, and yeah, um, not gonna tell y'all what to do, but as far as GTA 6 is concerned, uh, Rockstar got to get it together. Um, and you know what I mean? I definitely do believe that they are trying. Um, but y'all know how Rockstar do. They don't half step nothing. Um, Yeah, they don't half step nothing, and they don't do nothing. They don't do nothing. They don't really do nothing halfway for real. Well, they well, uh, one of those GTA's they fumbled. I'll let you know which. I'll let you guess which one. I'm not gonna let you know. I'll just let you guess. Um, but yeah, man, that just really as far as that, just like you know what I mean. Go check those joints out. Um, I'm super excited. We got a lot of exciting games coming. Um, yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot of exciting games coming. Um, you know what I mean? Not everything not everything that's been announced or released, or not everything that's been announced to be released in the soon coming months are going to be like super duper like deep and heavy joints. Like there's going to be like some good, fun, light, silly, goofy kind of games, and that also makes me excited. Um, because we have been because all due respect, game devs, we've been asking for that for a couple of years now. Just like everything don't got to be like super deep. Like sometimes it's just good to have a good, goofy, nonsensical game to play. Case in point. That's why Fall Guys blew up the way that it did for real. Because essentially, in a nutshell, that game is absolutely just the goofiest of goofy. Um, it is. I'm just being honest, but you gotta, you know what I mean. You gotta love it. It's a good time. It's a fun time. It's a good time. Um, and that's why Fall Guys is that girl. Um, I really didn't want to have this conversation about this again, but I was asked to give my thought process on this um, by one of my single friends. So when you see this, my nigga, this segment is for you. Um, what are my thoughts on the current dating pool? In all honesty, yes, there are some great people out there that you can meet. Um, problem is the dating pool in general is dirty. It's got pee in it. Niggas is peeing and shitting in the dating pool. Um, it's not really a safe place or space to be. Um, I understand why an individual like like my good sis OM Jess says this quite often of where just like that's the biggest thing that a lot of people um, kind of tend to forget. First of all, first and foremost, also salute, shouts out and salute to OM Jess for recently coming out to the community as asexual. Um, I'm proud. I'm proud of you, sis. I love you. Um, also, personally, I kind of already knew, just based on your based on some conversations that have been had amongst amongst her and those of us in gym world. Um, so yeah, so I get it where when my good sis OM just says things like um wanting to wanting to have relations with somebody and being in a relationship with somebody are two completely different things. I know to all of y'all, to all of you internet niggas, that's the same thing for whatever weird reason. Mostly because a lot of you internet niggas have never been outside, and that's fine. Um, and like you know what I mean, and mainly because a lot of you internet niggas, if you were in the same room with a lot of these women that you niggas lust over, you wouldn't have a word to say to these people at all. Um, and that's just the fact of the matter. Um, I'm not even gonna say respectfully. It's just like you know what I mean. Like let's just keep it 100 stack. Like some of y'all niggas like would have zero clue of what to do if they like, you know what I mean. Would literally not have the slightest of clues of what to do when it comes to interacting with a young lady. Um, and I know a lot of you niggas are gonna be like, based on what? Your actions. So there's that. Um, yeah, because again, yeah, it's mostly you niggas. Like it's a cut. Like it'll be like a couple of times, and these occasions are very very rare. Where it'll be a young lady of where it's just like, shorty, you gotta chill. You've got to chill. Like, shorty, you have got to chill. Um, yeah, you've got to chill. Um, so again, for like, I don't know, probably the sixth or seventh time that I've brought this up to all of y'all out there in the dating world and in the dating pool, I do not envy y'all. Um, I'm sorry that this is what y'all have to deal with at this current place and moment in your life. Um, I would just say people got to do better, but y'all got to want to do better. Um, for yourself. That don't got, you know what I mean. That don't got nothing to do with like. I don't got nothing to do with nobody. There could be like 672 million relationship advisors, um, like you know what I mean. Relationship advisors, experts, relationship therapists, sex therapists. All of these people could like give you all of the give you all of the keys and the tools and all of the things. But if you're not like putting those things into play, um, like, you know what I mean. If you're not putting those things into action, like you're you're cooked. You're cooked. I don't even know. I don't even know like how. Like, there's not even like a nice way um, to really like say it for real. Just like it's yeah, shit. Like it just it yeah, it is what it is. Um, as far as that's concerned, so yeah, that really is just like my thought process on it. Even if I wasn't in a relationship, I don't think I would be like really like super active in the dating pool right now. Anyway, um, just because of the kind of person that I am, and especially because of the last instance, the last instance of me having dealt with someone, uh, yeah, you know what I mean. The last kind of like interaction that I dealt with somebody really had me, really had me. I don't even know why right now I'm sitting here struggling to try and find a nice word to describe this young lady, because quite literally I'm not a fan of this person. Um, just like as a person, she's a terrible person in my eyes. Um, and I'm not sorry about the fact that I said that. Like, you know what I mean? Um, can sit there and say all of the different things that you want to. You're a terrible person, shorty. And really, like literally, the only reason of why and now I tolerate you as a person is because of the fact that you're with somebody that I consider a really dear friend. So know that, and understand that. Literally, the only fact that you are not even like, you know what I mean. I'm not even gonna say like the only reason that you're like safe, um, because that don't have nothing to do with nothing. Uh, but quite literally, the only reason of why I don't say something like OD disrespectful, like I hope you get hit by a bus, is because of the fact that um, you're dating somebody that I consider a pretty good homie, which is nothing new for you, because you know that's your thing. You hop from homie to okay. We got to get off this subject because I'm just gonna start roasting her for the next 20 minutes. Anyway, Anyway, yeah, man. Anyway, um, to anybody else out there that might be dealing with these same kind of feelings that I'm getting ready to talk about, just know I'm here with you, and we here together, and I got y'all. Um, was having a conversation with one of my mentors yesterday after church, um, and I love how he just puts it quite plain and simple all the time. It really is much needed and appreciated always. He he looked me dead in my eyes and said, "You uh, can't be afraid to be great because you're already great." And when you come to realize that the individual that you look at and see in the mirror is great, um, nothing but greatness can come from it. Um, so you can't be afraid of that. Saying all that to say that the reason of why, for all of the people that watch this podcast, and are fans of the content that I make that are here locally in the city, the reason why you individuals have not seen me around is because of the fact that I've been afraid of my own success. Um, what that means is because of the fact that I know that I've seen it multiple different ways. I've continually gotten visions um, of what success for me is gonna look like. Um, and I've been afraid of it. There's like, you know what I mean. There's no if, ands, or buts, or like, you know what I mean. Like, no way of going around it for real. I um, I quite literally, um, and it's not so much of the fear of like success, or like being like the fear of being successful is not the issue. It's um the succeeding and doing great things isn't really the main issue. The issue is it's just having to deal with the conversations that I know I'm not going to want to have for real, because just because of the kind of allegedly, according to some people in my family, the kind of um, cutthroat kind of cutthroat kind of mentality that I have, where it just I don't, I don't, I don't even know for real. But it's just like, yeah, it's that thing of where like the conversations of the, oh, I always knew you could, or the, I always knew you was going, like, you didn't though. You didn't though. Uh, so again, I understand that that's you know what I mean. That's probably a bit cutthroat because of the fact of like, yeah, but like that's me for real. Um, this is just that it's legit that whole thing for me. Oh, I always knew you was talented. Did you really though? You always knew, just like always, like you never had no doubts. Yeah, okay, cool, sure, buddy. Whatever you say, guy. Um, so yeah, so like and that's just been the issue of um knowing that in the coming um months, weeks, and even years, I'm going to have those conversations with those liars. Um, and the part that's going to be like super duper tough is the fact that like I'm related to a couple of them. Um, so it just the reason of why it's hard is because like with the ones that I'm not related to, I quite literally just don't have to speak to them like at all ever, and like I won't lose no sleep over it. Issue being is the liars that I'm related to that are gonna be like, oh, I always knew you could, but you didn't, nigga. But you didn't though. I got a freestyle series called Freestyle Friday where I drop a freestyle every week. And you expect me to really just like always have you, and I appreciate that. I mean, I appreciate everybody in the cozy clubhouse for real. I truly and honestly do. Um, Not just everybody in the cozy clubhouse. I appreciate everybody on the big creator team as well. Um, that has been there. That has done what they done what they can do to help have a nigga back for real. Um, it's just really that thing where it's just like yeah, like I said, like I have a freestyle Friday series. I drop a freestyle every Friday. I've dropped one every one every Friday since the week has started. I mean, since this month has started. And the only people that have been listening to the tracks are from the Cozy Clubhouse, the big creator community, or the Toxic Gang. Shout out to, shout out to PG, shout out to the PG, and to the whole Toxic Gang community. Um, all of y'all my Canegros for life. But oh, and a lot of them are from the asylum as well. Shout out to Snoopy, and her community. So it's just like, but y'all always knew. I literally, I literally, in a matter of a year, turned myself into a brand and a business. But you always knew I could, you know what I mean? But you always knew I could do it, right? You always knew, right? Mind you, I did all of that with, I'm not going to say with no help, but you know what I mean? It ain't been a big, like, it's not like it's been a big old team rolling and rocking with me. I very much yet and still have, wants, needs, and desires to start a band. Um, but it's also that thing where it's just like I understand that people go through stuff, but one thing that I will never play about is if I say something like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you for these amounts of days," and you don't get back to me, I said it before and I will say it again. I will quite literally find somebody else who's going to respond in a timely manner because I don't play that. I don't play that. 'Cause when I've never played that. Because one thing that's not gonna happen is if I communicate to you that this is something that I want to do and that I want to take it very, very serious. I'm proud of you more than you know. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, it's that thing of where legit for me, if you wanna, how do I say this without, I don't even care anymore because the way that this, uh, for me, it's that thing of where I don't know how other people operate as far as like starting bands and things of that nature. But if I say I want to start a band and I want to like do this kind of thing, and you are the type of person that comes up to me and for the first like 2 to 3 weeks or whatever is like, oh yeah, bet, dope, I'm super excited, I'm all about it, and then months go by and I don't hear from you again, I understand. Life be lifing, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Life be going on for all of us. More than you know, I understand that. But what I will say, just quite frankly, quite straight up, like you communication is key in these kind of things. With these kind of things, communication is super key. Um, Communication is super key. Take it from somebody who had to learn that was to take it from somebody who has had to learn that was a biggest in his early 20s, that was one of the bigger shortcomings of his. Uh, yeah, in my early 20s, I didn't communicate the best, which is why all of the people I was telling in my early 20s that I wanted to start multiple businesses, it was like don't take this the wrong way, but I don't think it will work because of the fact that your communication skills aren't the best. And again, because in my early 20s, I was a little bit more of a hothead, I automatically took it as disrespect um, all the time. Matter of fact, case in point, around this time last year, me and a sort, me and a certain, me and a certain very important person to me, and a very important person to y'all in the cozy clubhouse community. Um, I wouldn't call it a fight. It was a bit of a disagreement, though. Um, a disagreement was had because of the fact that, um, I mean, let's just straight up be honest. It had been what, weeks that went by, and I didn't communicate with this person. And we usually communicate, even if it's not like all day. We at least communicate at least once or twice throughout the day. Um, the reason why I couldn't, um, and I still should have communicated this a little bit better, but I was in the middle of tour, and I was in the middle of getting ready for for a tour, um, and I was had a lot on my plate at the time. Um, but I didn't communicate that. I just kind of just went on about my day as normal, and just yeah, it became a thing. Is all that I can say, because I'm really not. I really, I really just don't like telling my relationship business like that. But let's just say essentially it became a thing. Um, And quite literally the only concern from the other party was involved was just like, you could have at least said something to let me know that you were alive, at least. Um, which now, in hindsight, looking back at it, is completely fair. Because I absolutely could have. Um, but you know what I mean. I just, yeah, I was just in a different place in space, and I just was like, um, I was in a different spaces where it's just like, I was in a different space of like just trying to handle a lot of stuff just on my own. Uh, and we've had that conversation here on this podcast before, but that was just the biggest thing. Um, so I had a lot going on, and there was other people that, yeah, just saying all that to say that I've made those mistakes of not communicating the best. Um, and now that that has kind of been like a big thing that's kind of been happening to me off and on all year, I understand what that makes people feel like when you don't say anything. Um, at least say something, like, you know what I mean. Um, so yeah, 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 man. Yeah. Now, why was that last conversation important? Because now we're getting to kind of the topic and title of today's episode. Um, because I think what a lot of people fail to realize is that this is like not to stress nobody out or like cause any fear or anxiety for anybody, but the biggest thing of where it's just like, folks, we gotta understand the cost of time is something that's really it's very much an important thing. You know what I mean? Um, time is the most important currency that we have of all. Um, because it's that thing that I need people to understand. Uh, money's gonna come and go. Money's gonna go. Money's gonna come and go. Um, your status will go up and down. Um, material things can be stolen, broken, misplaced, lost, whatever. Um, homes can be bought, remodeled, flipped, renovated, sold, bought again. You know what I mean? Like that's a rinse and repeat cycle there. Um, the one currency in this life that you can't just recoup is the one of time. Uh, it's the one of time. Yeah, yeah, man. I don't want to sit here and do that thing where people be like, "Oh, time is money." Uh, um, all of those things, but it's just really that thing where it's just like I make that kind of. I bring that up to say where like so a lot of y'all know I've told the story before on this podcast of how I came to be a part of the big creator team and community. Uh, it's because I seen the opportunity and I didn't waste any time and I took it. Um, because I literally knew that at that point in time, quite literally, the worst thing that could have been said to me in that instance was, uh, "Nah, we just think you should probably do a little bit more, and then maybe try again um, in a couple of months." This, that, and the other. Um, I don't have many regrets in life, but literally one of the only ones that I do have is that as far as being a content creator in the music space on YouTube, I wish I would have just gotten started in that a little bit earlier. Um, I say that before all the time because at the time when it kept being presented to me as something that I should do, I should have took that more serious and just did it. Um, and whatever would have came of it would have came of it at the time. Yeah. Um, that and also in 2020 when I was sitting there debating on becoming a streamer, um, I should have just did it. You know what I mean? Like that, I should have just like figured something out and just did it and like made it happen and made it work. Because I didn't, and well, I mean, you know, it's not nothing. It's not nothing super crazy, but like, I don't know, just the where I would have been with it. Um, you know what I mean? No, as far as that though, that one's not as big as a regret. It's not as big of a regret as the starting the YouTube, just starting the YouTube journey earlier. because when I would have / should have did it in like 2017, 18, when all of my friends was telling me about it, yeah, I should have just did it. I should have just did it. We live and learn. We live and learn. And yeah, it's just that thing of where I understand, you know, I do understand the most valuable thing that you can give to anyone is time. Um, Again, because all of those other things are gonna fade. Um, and time is also gonna pass you by, but it's that thing of where it's just like you could get money back, you could get another car. At a point in time, you are gonna have to go and buy more clothes. There's no direct deposit for time. You don't get a refund on time. Something for you to think about as you go through the rest of your week. Um, Best advice to you is I could just say, make the best of your time. Um, Spend as much time as you possibly can with the ones that you love, um, because you never know. You just never know. You never know what can happen in this thing called life. So um, value your time. Um, if you ain't never been frugal with anything else, be very, very frugal and stingy with how it is that you spend your time. Um, I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's a lot of people in my life that personally believe that, um, as far as this endeavor is concerned, feel like I'm wasting my time. Um, they're also not me, and they're also not understanding the joy that I get from doing this. Uh, so it's a little different. It's a little different in that regard. Uh, it's a little different in that regard because of the fact that they're not here streaming with me. Uh, they're not here writing the songs with me. They're not here. Um, they're not here rehearsing the songs with me. They're not here shooting these YouTube videos with me. Um, it's a bit different. It's a bit different. That's all I can say as far as that's concerned. Um, yeah, it's a bit different. That's all I can say for real. All that being said, said they aren't cool enough. I mean, Maybe I'm not. I'm not really. I'm not really. Um, I'm not the cool police. So um, I can't gauge that. Saying all that to say, if you're watching this on YouTube, please, 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 do leave a like. Slap the dog shit out of that subscribe button. Uh, Drop a comment if you like so feel compelled to. Do the things. If you are brand new here, follow me on those things on the ticker. You see them. Do the things. Uh, and come and see us on Kick and Twitch. You know what I mean? BVMB1_47 on both. Come through, slide through, have a good time. Come talk to us. Come hang out with us. Come vibe with us. Come do the things. Yes. Um, yeah, man. That's. I think that's all I have. I believe that's all I have. Um, with that being said, man, take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the ones that you love. Cherish them. Love them. Hold them tight. Um, and always, always, always do them and treat them right. All of that being said, I love y'all. I try my best not to miss y'all. Um, Meantime, in between time, take all of this love with y'all. If you are on the YouTube side, we will catch y'all at the end of our streaming week, which is Saturday. Um, Around noonish, Pacific time, because I am on the West Coast. Um, Cali to be specific. Um, on the Twitch side, I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow. We're gonna do the things. We're gonna do some more things. Um, we're gonna finish up the second verse of that of the of the song we started writing to on Saturday. Uh, Possibly work on some more freestyles and some other stuff. Um, yeah, man, we're just gonna have a good old time tomorrow. Uh, Said, let me see who is live. Who else on the team is live? Hmm. Uh, 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 uh. Uh-uh. Uh. I'm gonna send y'all over to Gavin. She's not a big creator, but she's also one of my favorite human beings. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I know. I used to be like, oh, on podcast days we don't rate out because blah 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 blah. But nah, man, we gotta. So y'all are gonna go see Gavin. Um, I have absolutely no idea what she has planned for her stream. It looks like she just started not that long ago. Uh, so yeah, go see her, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Bye.